Hey everybody, this is Sean V. Bradley and Karina. Okay, and we literally just left the dealership, a Highline dealership. We're not going to mention like what the name of the dealership is because it really doesn't matter, but I just got to tell you, I was utterly shocked by the experience at the dealership. And so I want to kind of recap this before I forget. So here's what we did. We went to a Maserati dealership on a Saturday in December to buy Karen a new Ghibli. So she decided she's narrowed it down, and the Ghibli is like on our final list. And so anyway, we wanted to just make sure that she got the right one. So check this out. I'm gonna hear it from the wifey. So Karen, tell everybody what happened when we pulled. See, we're at the dealership right now. We're like pulling out of the store. So tell everybody what we saw when we first came through.
There was a salesperson.
No manager.
He was actually the used car manager.
Right. So check this out. As soon as we get, she's trying to get, yeah, but it's just kind of teach people. You guys want to be successful at this. How are you going to turn on a freaking Saturday, be in the back, smoking a cigarette, talking shit, like da-da-da, but then the showroom's completely dead? But it's okay. So we go in and, they didn't properly greet us. They didn't properly... there was no qualification whatsoever. You know what I mean? They did ask for, Karen's name. They asked for my name. And that was it. But it took forever for everything. Oh my gosh. It just was crazy. And there was nobody there. Remember, it was dead. The salespeople were, sitting there. It was like, you know what it looked like? It definitely did not represent like a Maserati dealership, especially a single point Maserati dealership. So if you're a small single point Maserati dealership in Pennsylvania, then you would think that, on a Saturday, if it's dead, that instead of like you're running around and, talking about football and the UFC and all this other stuff, you might want to focus on, doing some type of follow-up or doing some type of something. Anyway, so go ahead, Karen. This is just a training mechanism. I'm not mentioning the dealership, so we're not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. We're just trying to say. Yes. Okay. So what we're trying to do is basically give you guys what is the reality for people.
No,
Sean,
I think that's the sad part, is that is the average dealership experience. Honestly, I think because we know what it should look like ultimately. We're like, wow, we're super shocked and surprised by it, but I really think that's what probably is the average of what people are getting when they're going through the car shopping experience. Yeah,
we were just shopping for a $90,000 vehicle. You know what I'm saying? It just blows my mind. Then, like, he doesn't do any type of qualification. My kids are there. So look, say hi, boys.
Hi.
Okay, they never asked what the kids' names were. Nothing. They didn't really care. They didn't ask, what the purpose of the vehicle.
It was definitely a strange experience for sure.
Why was it strange? What
I felt like even the other salespeople, everybody was just like playing on their phones, and I'm like, well, why aren't they making phone calls, like outbound phone calls, or trying to prospect, or trying to, get any B-backs in or anything like that? I don't know. I was surprised by, there wasn't anything going on.
Nothing.
There was no activity.
They were huddling. It's a Saturday. They're huddling with the receptionist, with the other salespeople. They're bullshit on their phones. They're like talking about football, UFC stuff, instead of trying to, sell a car. It's freaking the holidays. There's like no urgency. Our salesperson was nice, but he was like disorganized. He was
really nice, but you could tell that he had no flow, no process,
absolutely no process, no road to the sale process, no qualification, nothing. He doesn't even know who I am or whatever. Not that I was trying to tell him anything, and that's the other thing, is that this is probably one of the first times ever we didn't call to give somebody a heads up. It's rare, and just walk in as like just a really like mystery shopper type person. But for real, she was looking to buy a car. And so, again, I just am utterly flabbergasted. And then 30 minutes, I actually recorded it on my voice recorder, because when we came off of the test drive, no qualifications, no trial closes, nothing like that in the test drive. It was really kind of lame. When we got back at the desk, and we sat down.
Yeah, no, I agree. They didn't ask what was important to me. Why did I like this particular vehicle? Why was I looking at this particular vehicle? There was none of that.
He definitely didn't sell himself. He definitely didn't sell the dealership, and he definitely didn't sell the product. And to the crazy point was, like, when we sat down, he went and got the first pencil, and they penciled me at like $1,140, something like that, whatever. $11.38. It was like $11.38 was the first pencil, and when he asked me how much I wanted to put down, I was like, none. You just want to? And then he's like, the then he did one good thing. He's like, not even, and he was like, not even the first month's payment. And I'm like, it was like he's never heard of that before, right? And so, but I held it because I thought that was a cool thing that he tried to bump me for at least the first month. But I really don't normally do that. When I lease vehicles, I roll everything in because I write it off to the business. What do I give a shit for? And so I was really just direct, and I was polite but direct, and said, no, just roll it in. And then but this is where he really lost me, is when he's like, nobody does that. I'm a leper and stuff, because I suggested that I roll it in. He was like, nobody does that, right? I was like, Jesus Christ. I said, really, dude? And I rolled up in my Levante 2019 Levante Grand Sport, S Grand Sport, and so I just did this. I just leased that vehicle less than 5 months ago, and guess what? I rolled everything in. It wasn't that hard. But here's the crazy part: 30 minutes. Like, because remember, this guy didn't really converse very much, right? So it wasn't like we were having dialogue or stuff. So we just like sat there. The majority of our experience, we just sat there while he was working in. It reminded me like this was a busy Toyota dealership on Toyotathon or something like that, because there was like no interaction. They just left us there. I might even turn on and upload the damn audio, because you guys were like, what the hell? And Karen doesn't want me to, because I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that, but you should for learning purposes. We don't have the guy's name in there.
I'm sure they've witnessed this at other
It's just insane. And then I got, after waiting 20 minutes, like 16, 17 minutes for, like straight at the salesperson's desk, there's nobody in the showroom. Remember, they're playing around the salespeople. So what is he trying to crunch the numbers for the first pencil, right? So this is before we got the first pencil. So then he comes, like, I get up and I was about to go, not like in an angry, just say, hey guys, thank you so much for your time, but we're just, we're kind of sad that we're sitting at your desk for the last 16 minutes by ourselves, so we figured let's just go. And so they're like, well, and this is the F&I manager. The F&I manager turns around and says to me, yeah, it's just that we never have people, that roll the first permit. Ever. And I repeated, I said, ever? He said, ever. He said, that's what it's taking us so long right now, is that we're just trying to figure out how to roll the first month's payment in. At a fucking Maserati dealership, they're telling me this stuff, right? Oh, get the fuck out of here. And it's just comical to me. It's just like, I don't get it. How could you sell $175,000, vehicles, and the average over $100,000, and then it was something out of like the 80s, like that you would see a stereotype where you roll up, and remember, there's no customers. That you got the used car manager smoking cigarettes, like fucking for real, people.
Remember we did the time maximization video, and we had the salesperson like out smoking a cigarette. Yeah. So as soon as we pull around the corner, we see this happening. But he did actually, he even apologized for us. I think he knew it was wrong, and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry that you guys saw me out there smoking a cigarette when you first pulled up. But yeah.
And you were going to say something else. What are the other things that were just like kind of crazy?
Just today?
Yeah, how about this? How about, like, she gave the driver's license. He never asked for, I forgot that. How's he going to follow up with this?
I knew that.
Yeah, so I didn't even think, I'm the phone trainer, and I'm just so blown away. But this is the kicker. We drove an hour and 10 minutes from Medford to where we're at to look at the vehicle, and because we don't have any close Maserati dealerships by our house. And he didn't ask us for our contact information. He didn't ask us for a phone number, an email address, nothing. He doesn't even know what we work at. We spent an hour plus at the dealership. True story. True story. You know what I mean? So I like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no. He was a nice guy, but he definitely had no process, and to, like you said, to follow up with us. I mean, he does have my name, but
don't you think he didn't even have a customer. First of all, he didn't even have a customer worksheet, and I think the CRM it definitely was one of the antiquated ones. I don't want to say it here. I saw it. Yeah. It looked like it was either Reynolds or ADP. It was like a real old school antiquated one. No offense to Reynolds users or ADP users. And so, but he didn't even take a paper, custom worksheet, Foursquare, nothing, not a damn thing. He's got your license thing, and that's about it. Yeah, what?
Thinking about the audio clip though, it's probably super funny because like all of the commentary.
Oh yeah.
We were literally like commenting on all the way he was flowing through things. Once he was over.
Yeah. So because I recorded the audio, like I just had on my phone. I had my phone just face down, And again, like, because there was so much blank space, because like I said, the guy just got up and went to the first pencil. It took 16 minutes for no reason whatsoever.
And I could actually hear.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Tell.
No, I could hear like what they were saying. So I'm like telling Sean, I was like, don't get upset, but I hear him saying that they can't roll in the first payment. So I'm telling Sean like everything that I could hear from, you know, my left ear, because they were on the left side.
And she's saying get upset because of how stupid the bullshit is. I mean, like, come on, like, again.
Well, you've done it, so obviously it's possible, but they were making it seem like it wasn't.
And the other thing was this, here's the funny part, is that he didn't even qualify me and know about the incentives. Do you know that Maserati, if you're a current owner of a Maserati and you were about to get another Maserati, there's extra money there. He didn't even bother to like bring that up or talk about any of the incentives. He didn't try to qualify to see if there's anything we didn't qualify that wasn't to the public. It was just a really messed up experience.
I feel like although he was an older gentleman.
No, he wasn't that old. He was probably in his 50s, you know.
No, I said older.
Well, yeah, you don't offend me. I'm 43, so like I'm getting older. Okay, no. Okay.
Maybe he was newer. I don't know. That's what it almost seemed like, because he didn't really seem to have much knowledge.
That was good old Gus. And that's not his real name, by the way. That's good. He's been there for like a decade. I mean, you can't. Come on. There's no. You know why? Because a new person would have been like excited and trying to like go figure out how to fucking sell a car. Right. You know, he was like, I'm back at work. You know, I just, yo, people, I'm just saying. Here's the tips, okay? Now that you understand this. First of all, Saturday is like the Super Bowl. You know, some of you are open on Sundays, but even Sundays, Saturday's still the selling day. And shit, if you are having a Maserati event or whatever, Toyota event or Kia event, whatever it is, it's December. It is the holiday season. It is also the end of the year.
Wait, no, let's digress. Because what about like culture and environment?
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, again.
You know, because even just like stepping foot into there, I was kind of surprised. It's like, is this a Maserati dealership? Like, there was no music. I didn't hear any music.
No, it was really bland.
Like you said, it's the holiday season, so play a couple holiday tunes. I love holiday music. I would have loved to sit there and jam out.
Yeah, I noticed it wasn't really decorated except for the one Levante. There was a bow on it, but there was no decorations. There was no music. The vibe was huddling. Okay, so I guess
so you definitely want to start off with making the vibe.
Impression, yes. You want to.
Yeah, it's that first impression. You never get a second chance to make a first impression.
Ooh, I love to see wifey tag team. I'm in. So sales is about transfer of energy. Again, sales is about transfer of energy. If you are not excited about it, if your environment, your dealership isn't excited about it, why should somebody? I definitely didn't want to. Oh, I want to buy the car here.
Especially if you're not like dead set on the product. So, sure, you might have someone like, I hate going to the Apple store. Do I not?
Yes.
I like despise it. So I usually order, you know, what I need online, but if I want that new Apple phone and I have to go to the store, I don't really care about necessarily the experience, because I want that specific product. So if you're buying the second largest thing a person's going to purchase in their entire lifetime, and they're not necessarily sold quite yet on that particular product, if you don't go above and beyond with the culture, with the environment, you're going to walk in there and just be like, it's going to be a reflection. You're almost going to tie the two together. You know, your paradigm of that product is going to be like tied to that experience. Does that make sense?
1000%. Damn, wifey, she's killing it. Throw some likes and hearts on that shit. That was strong right there, what she said. And have a process. For the love of God, have a process. The road to the sale is so important with the basics. Again, you know, this was so, it kicked me in the gut, I guess, because my dealers are really good, you know? And so I just can't believe that there's no proper qualification process. The first step in the road to the sale, you know, the meet and greet, have a proper first impression. You know, when you sit that prospect down, qualify them. If this guy spent even fucking 5 minutes just trying to qualify my wife and me of what the wants, wishes, expectations were, blah, 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 it would have been so much more strategic for him. But because he didn't bother putting any effort in or no skill in, he wasn't able to, you know, come up with something to build value. And that's the other thing. There's no value. Karen, was there any value in any way, shape, or form from the entire experience?
No, and that goes back to exactly what I was saying. Like, even when we left there, what did I say to you? I'm like, I'm not even 100% sure that I want the Maserati Ghibli anymore, because I bet you if I left there feeling really awesome about the experience, it would have tied into my decision on whether I still wanted that vehicle or not. And now I'm just kind of like,
So that I didn't even realize that. So again, so if you look at it this way, like, not only did it wasn't conducive to, you know, selling the vehicle, but to the point where it was such a bad experience. She's like, maybe it's the Ghibli. You know what I mean?
It's about the brand. When you think Maserati, you think the brand, and when you walk into a place that doesn't do a good job portraying, you know, the brand that you expect in your mind. You know, you're expecting a certain level of hospitality, a certain level of culture, a certain level of, you know, experience. And when you don't get that, it kind of, and to me anyway, you know, obviously everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but I think I feel like it damages the brand a little bit in a sense.
No, a little bit, a lot of bit. The brand is everything. The reason why we pay so much more, you know, is for that experience. And again, that definitely was not conducive to the Maserati brand. And think about it, this is my second, you know, we have 2 Levantes, you know, and because Maserati stepped up when we had the whole lemon law thing, you know, happen, like that, I respected that. It was a really unfortunate situation, but when it's a mechanical thing, I mean, like, you know, it's mechanical, shit happens, but the Maserati stepped up to the point where, you know what, okay, if they didn't step up on my 17 Levante the way that they did, we would have never got the 19 Levante, and we damn sure would not be looking at another Maserati. But now the equity that Maserati corporate put in was just totally, utterly destroyed.
I guess that's another tip or lesson too, that if something does go wrong, because nobody's perfect, no business is perfect, no product is perfect, you know, do what you can to make it right to the customer, so that you can potentially, I mean, look, we might buy another vehicle again for Maserati. Well, you did.
Yeah, I did.
I did. Out of it.
Yeah, and they gave me a check for, and then remember, they gave me a check for $12,500 on top of that.
Yeah, now I'm considering getting one.
So anyway,
do the right thing.
Yeah, Jason, I know you just jumped on. We're about to jump off. You should really rewind this. This was a real crazy experience, like shopping for a vehicle. It was absolutely nuts. So again, public service announcement, step up your damn game if you want to sell cars. Just saying. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.